What's up, music fans of the internet? I'm Kevin.
I'm Derek.
And together we are last week's album, the only reviews with two different views. And in this episode, we're talking about the Charming Youngsters' new album called Middleweights and asking the question, does this emo jangle pop punch above its weight? But before we get into that, we'll kick things off like we always do, drinking a beer. Cheers, Derek, and everyone at home.
Cheers, Kevin, everyone at home. Apologize for the sparkling water. Beer is not allowed where I'm at the moment.
That's right. Derek's in Ireland at a hostel, but we're making this work while he's on the road. We may have tech difficulties, but we're going to work through them. And without further delay, a little background on the Charming Youngsters. They are a jangle noise pop quintet based in Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina. This is their second album. They finished recording it in Sugar Mountain, North Carolina about a year ago. And a year before that, these songs sort of took shape during a period of uncertainty for the band and some of their personal relationships. The album was Kickstarter funded. And full disclosure, I went to high school with the band's lead singer, and he actually taught me how to play guitar. So yeah, let's talk about what this album, Middleweights, sounds like. Derek, what do you think?
Kevin, I think the Middleweight sounds like Pete Yorn meets Wilco meets Weezer.
I can hear all those, and I like them. I think it sounds like slow burner indie rock that builds without getting boring. And with that, let's talk about some key tracks. Derek, what are you going with?
I'm going with Sittin' for Days and Brave Me.
All right, I'm going with Skinny Idiots and Sentinels. Why don't you kick us off with Sittin' for Days? I think that's number one, yeah?
You're correct. Yeah, this one, the opening track sounds, it really kicks off with a rich strummed electric guitar. There's lone male vocals at first. Female vocal line kind of enters after the first verse. Guitars really slowly grow in intensity, creating a nice warm buzz. And there's kind of this nice lead riff floating on top for a long time. The lyrics, I think, kind of really focus on angst that builds from, well, sitting for days, I guess you could say. One lyric I really liked, he says, I could disconnect so I don't know I exist. I might miss the details, but I still get the gist. Overall, I thought this made for a really strong opening track. The lyric guitars just really drew me in, and I could definitely relate to the lyrics, as I haven't been sitting around for days, but I have in the past.
Nice. My first key track is called Skinny Idiots. And if you listen to the song, they're leaving out an F word in there. It's classic jangle pop with reeling guitars, pop vocals, pulsing drums, some really nice synth that I enjoyed. This song for me is somewhere between an 8-bit video game and like a 90s sitcom theme song in all the right ways. It's just a nice combination of those two ideas, at least audibly for me. And Derek, what about track number 3, Brave Me?
Brave Me, this one was really more strummed acoustic, guitar prominently, much more so. There was a lot of electric guitars, some acoustic. This one really stood out to me on that front. Really slowly builds with additional acoustic guitar flourishes. There's kind of this lumbering dark synth in the background, some floating keys. Lyrics I thought were really cool, kind of introspective. I thought it kind of dealt with looking at how someone changes when falling in love, which I just thought was kind of a cool concept. Maybe kind of I don't know, and I like the track style because it reminded me of Foo Fighters' Big Me. Big Me, Brave Me, all better me's.
Nice. All right, and with that, let's talk about best lyrics. What are you going with, Derek?
I'm going to go out on a limb and take one from Brave Me, which I just talked about. He says, my baby's going to break me, backing down, got to turn on the Brave Me and accept myself. I just really dug that last half, got to turn on the Brave Me. Just that turn of phrase I thought was fantastic, and how it's unfortunate, but maybe there is, a switch inside that we all turn at some point to, be that brave, better, bigger me, whatever. And I thought he just really hit the nail on the head there. And just fantastic line.
Nice. I am also going with a line from this song. Maybe this was the best lyrics on the whole album in this one little track. My line, however, goes, trouble couldn't take me unless I helped. And I thought just that was so piercingly honest that we always sort of play a role, no matter how much we want to throw blame on other ideas or other surroundings. We're always a little bit to blame, you know? So I really enjoyed that, just overall honesty there. And it's a nice line. Take me rhymes with brave me. There were a lot of these sort of internal rhymes in different songs that I personally really enjoy. And with that, let's talk about overall rating and the big question. Does this emo jangle pop punch above its weight here on Middleweights? Derek, what do you think?
Being someone that doesn't really follow boxing too closely, I'm going to say yeah. He might, you know, I don't want to say he's punching, you know, the Charming Youngsters are punching at a heavyweight, but if there's something in between heavy and middleweight, which I'm pretty sure there is, and I just don't know the name of it, yeah, emphatically. Things I really liked. Overall sound was really well put together, I thought. There was consistency, but at the same time, it varied from track to track. I think in just the two I talked about, you know, one being very electric guitar driven and one being very acoustic guitar driven, just that contrast in itself, yet it didn't seem to be out of place at all. I thought it was great. Some of the songs seemed a little too short to me. Some were clocking in, you know, under 2 minutes, and with 9 songs overall, I was left wanting more. But at the same time, I think that is a very positive thing about this band to, you know, be wanting more. So that being said, I'm giving this one a 4 out of 5. You know, I'll do some shadow boxing with the Charming Youngsters.
Nice. I'm gonna agree and disagree here and there. Does it punch above its weight? I think so. I think they do emo really well without being annoyingly emo. I think they've got a unique sound in this jangle pop sphere that no one else is really doing right now. I do hear you. I think some of the songs could have been longer and more explored. It felt like some of them just kind of slow build and rev on the same idea for a while. And while it didn't get old, yeah, they probably could have taken it in different directions. I believe, what is it, track number 6, Theme from Hutch, especially felt like a demo more than a song. Just really, really short there. But yeah, left me wanting more as well. Overall rating, I'm going to go 3 out of 5. I think you can definitely feel the emotions coming through when this album was made. I think that backstory really comes through. You can feel some pretty tough emotions on these tracks, but it's still got an upbeatness to it. And I think there's some great organ work, some great drum work, and really interesting guitars overall. So 3 out of 5 for myself, 4 out of 5 for Derek. That's a 7 out of 10 for Middleweights by the Charming Youngsters. So definitely check this one out. Let us know what you think. Does it punch above its weight? Which is a really fun idea, personally, just knowing Nolan and how sort of scrawny he is. But yeah, definitely check it out. Let us know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe to us here at last week's album. The only reviews with 2 different views. And check out the podcast as well if you don't like looking at our faces. And yeah, as always, I'm Kevin.
I'm Derek.
Cheers, guys. We'll see you next time.